Hi everyone, welcome to Learn Digital Skills. My name is Jeff. So today we are going to be talking about the introduction to Microsoft Word. So this course is actually designed to provide you with thorough understanding of Microsoft Word. Whether you're a beginner or you are looking for a way to enhance your skills, this course will cover everything from basic document formatting down to the advanced features. So we are just going to get started. I'm using Microsoft Word 2016. So in case yours is not here, you can just search for it by clicking on the search icon and it will open. Alright, so this is our Microsoft Word. Now what we see here is actually templates. Microsoft Word has made it easy for us to design with templates. That is why we have most of this here. We have templates from letters to reports to resumes, blog posts, and many more. So if we are looking for other templates that maybe we didn't find here, we can actually search for online templates. But before we search for online templates, we need to be connected to the internet before we can search. Alright, on this other hand, you find the pinned and some recent documents here. Now, talking about this pinned document is if we have a document that we use on regular basis, we can actually pin them here instead of coming to look for it here. So we can just pin it at the top. So let's say I want to pin this part of the body here. So all I have to do is to just click on this pin icon, click on it, and it is pinned. Now this is it here. Now it's going to remain here until I unpin it. When I unpin it, it leaves where it was. Alright, so we are not going to be making use of the templates. We are going to be starting from scratch because it's actually an introduction to Microsoft Word. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm going to click on blank document. It's opening. Alright, so this is our Microsoft Word. What we see here is our document. Okay, now there are basic things we need to know in Microsoft Word. What are those basic things? Some of them, okay, we need to know that this up here are our tab. Now we have the home tab, the insert tab, the design tab, the layout, references, and the rest of that. Now if you look there, you also see something like tell me what you want to do. Now this is if we want to work on something, or we want to do something, or maybe there is a tool we are to use and we don't know where to find it, we can just come here to search for it. Now let's say this ruler, I'm going to take it out and bring it back here. Okay, I'm going to click here, I'll search ruler. Now this is it, show ruler. When I click on this, it removes it. So when I go back there and search ruler, show ruler, I click on it and the ruler is back. So with this, you can search for any tool you want to use. Alright, so we said this is the tab, just as we have the home tab, the insert tab, the design, and the rest of that. Now in each tab we click, this here actually changes. Now what is this? This is what we call the ribbon. This is the ribbon. Each tab has its own ribbon, just as when I click on the home, the ribbon here changes. So each tab has its own ribbon. Now at the top here, where you have this save icon, also this is the undo icon, and this is the repeat. Now this part is what we call the quick access. Now this quick access, why do we have it? We have this quick access so in case if there is a particular tool we use all the time, like we use it, we can just pin it to quick access. Now let's take for instance, I want to pin all right, let me see, Okay, I want to pin this at the top. Now I just come here, add to quick access toolbar, and I click on it, and this is it here. So you see, you can add any tool right here. Even when I go to the insert, you can add any tool there, and it will be more easy for you to use. Now let's say I do not want the tool there, I want to remove it. You can do the same thing by right clicking on it, and you see remove from quick access toolbar. You click, you remove it. Likewise the same with this, to remove it. So that is that about the quick access. Now coming back to the ribbon, we are on the home tab, which is showing the home tab ribbon. On each tab we have what we call group. Now what is group? The group is where we have a selected kind of tools that can be used. Now we have the clipboard group, we also have the font group, we have the paragraph group, the styles, and the editing group. Now all of these are called groups in the ribbon under the home tab. Now if you watch, in each group we have a small extension here. Now why is this extension there? It is there because these are not all the tools we have in the clipboard, just as these are not all the tools we have in the font group. So if we should click on this, it brings out so many other options under the font group. So why do they have this? They have this there because not all of these tools can actually contain here. That is why they just brought out this, and this extension is actually there. So that is for most of the groups, they have the extension. But when you come to the editing group does not actually have that extension. Why? Because these are all the tools you can find under the editing group. Now in order of the groups you find the extension. Now let's go to the inserts. Okay, we can't find it here because these are just the tools they have in the illustration, the tables, pages, and the rest of that. Okay, let's come to the design. Okay, we don't have it here too. Now I'll move to the review. We don't also have it here. So wherever you see this extension, that is to say that there are more tools for that particular group. So that is that. Now like I said earlier, this is our page, and also this is our ruler. Now this ruler, I actually use it most of the times. Maybe when I'm trying to get maybe the size of my paper or of my document, I can use the ruler. Alright, so we talked about the tab, the quick access, the ribbon, and the groups. We also talked about the search icon that is right here. So now when you come down here, you see page 1 of 1. That is to say that we just have one page here and 0 words on our document. Now let's say we are having so many words. Now let me add something there. Okay, now I just added YouTube. Now if you come down here, you see one word. This is it. So now talking about the pages, now let's add a page here. We'll go to insert and we'll click on blank page. When you click there, this is it. We've added another page to our document. So now it is having 1 of 2. Why this 1 of 2 is because we are on the first blank page. Then if we scroll down to the second one, it will be 2 of 2. That is for that. Now on this other hand, these are what we call the layouts. Now these layouts, I use the print layouts most of the time because it's actually more easier and it's most common to use. Now if we should click on the read mode, when we click on this, it actually makes our document 2. Now I'm going to add something. Yeah, I just went back. I clicked on the escape key and it took me back. Alright, so let me add some text. Okay, just going to add a dummy text. Alright, so I just added this text, and let me do the same thing. Let me copy and add on the second page. Alright, so now we are going to open our read mode so you see how it actually looks like. Click on this, and this is it. This is our read mode. So you can actually go back this way. This is the first page, and this is the second page. So I'm just going to go back by clicking on escape key. It has come back. That is it. So now, talking about this is our zoom. If you move it this way, you are zooming out. If you move it this way, you are zooming in. So I'm just going to leave it at 100%, and this is more better to view. Alright, so let's see how we can actually save our documents. To save is either you click on this icon up here, or you click Ctrl S, or you come to your file, you see save. Now if you watch, you're going to see save, and you also find the save as. Now there are difference between the save and the save as. Let's say you're trying to save your document for the first time. You can either use the save as, or you use the save, which anyone you want. You can use any of it. You still open the same place. So let's say we saved our document, we've saved it, and we want to save it again. That is where the difference comes in. Now if we want to save it again, we can just simply click on save to save it automatically, or we just come to the save as. Now when we click on the save as, it's not going to save it automatically. Instead, it's going to reopen for us to maybe change the name or the location of the document we are saving. So that is the difference between the save and the save as. The save allows you to automatically save the document. If you saved it already, that is for the second time, you can just save it automatically. Then the save as is going to actually pop up if you want to change the name or the location. Now let's try it. Now I'm going to click on the save as. I'm going to save it to my desktop. Alright, so I'm just going to save this now as learning. Alright, so I saved it as learning. I'm just going to go to the file location, the desktop, and I'm going to save this. Now I have saved it, so I'm going to go back there. Now the difference now between the save and the save as we've just seen is the save, you can save your document automatically, while the save as, maybe if you want to rename or change the file location. Then we also have the print. If we want to print our document, we definitely need to be connected to the printer before we can print. We have the share, we also have the export. Now talking about the export, if we want to export our document as PDF, we can actually export it. Now some individual or some companies might actually be asking for a PDF file of a document, so this is how we can actually export it as PDF. So you just click on PDF, and you can put the name, and if you watch save as type PDF, then you can select the location right here. When you're done, you click publish. So we are not just going to export it now. Okay, now if we want to close this Word document that we add on, we can just click on close, and it will close it. Then if we want to open a new one, you click on file, you go to new. Then if you want to use a template or a blank document, now if you want to use a template, for instance, you can actually just click on it, then it's going to pop up. Alright, so now this is it. This is the template. We can now edit this template if we want to use it. Alright, so we've now seen the basics, right from what the tab is down to the ribbon, and also how we can save, we can also zoom, and the rest of that. So this is where we're going to end for today, since it is the introduction to Microsoft Word. So I want you guys to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification to stay tuned, and also to stay updated for any new videos.